Hey there, this is Everett Bradley, singer, songwriter, percussionist, and actor. Toured with Bruce Springsteen and currently Bon Jovi. Have written and starred in Broadway and off-Broadway shows. And also the voice of Paul Chuck. And you're watching In Conversation with Amber the Fangirl, ATF.
Hi guys, Amber here. Welcome back to In Conversation with ATF. My guest today is an actor, a singer, a songwriter, a voice actor who comes from New York. Are you from New York?
Not originally, but that's been
Oh.
my home for the past 30 years.
I see, I see. My guest is the voice of Paul Chuck in Jammer Lammy. I have the original PlayStation game, like the original, like it's I don't know how much more original you can get, but yeah. Um, I guess has also been a touring member for Bon Jovi and has also he's worked with bands like the E Street Boys, Hall and Oates, and oh my gosh, it's amazing. My guest is Everett Bradley. Welcome. Hello.
Hi, Amber.
Oh my gosh, hi. Paul Chuck. Wow. I did not expect anything about that voice. I was like, you caught me by surprise there, to be fair. Oh my gosh. So, how are you? How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you so much for having me on your show. And excited to meet all the fans, the Amber
Mm.
fans out there.
Oh,
I'm
that's
happy to be here.
well, that's I'm happy you're here as well. Wow. So, there is one thing I kind of want to bring up before we properly get started. Now, in 1999, to celebrate Jammer Lammy, there was a live performance in New York City at a nightclub. I can't remember which one. It always escapes me, but you were there, Dread Fox was there, Michelle Burks was there, and you all performed songs from Jammer Lammy and Parappa. Do you remember
Right.
doing that?
I vaguely remember that performance, but yes, we were all in the same room and we were all giggling because we're like, oh, that was you on there and that was you, because we've heard each other but never met each other. So
Wow.
it was fun, but it's like a faint memory, but I remember enough of it.
Wow, yeah, I'm looking at it now. It was at the Roxy nightclub on the 26th of August, 1999. And you
Jeez.
you were there, Dread Fox, Rue Waterby, Michelle Burks, Sarah Ramirez, Kimber Francis, Carla Cook, Kiva Hargrove. Rodney Greenblatt was there as well. Masaya Matsura was there. He was on doing the band. It was like a real life milk can band. And I remember just watching it and I was thinking I want to go to this. And then I realized the Roxy nightclub's not in business anymore. So that threw my dreams out the window. Wow. I'm just looking at it now and just wow, because I interviewed Rue for my channel and we spoke about this concert. And obviously this was made obviously as like a sort of premiere release for Jammer Live. So you do vaguely remember it then. So yeah, what was it like obviously performing in front of people or like meeting all these people that you had your voice put alongside and you've never met them in person before. So what was it like if you
Well,
can
that's
remember?
always fun, and it happens a lot when you work on projects remotely, and then when you all come to the same room, you are excited to greet and meet all the other voices that you've heard on recordings or whatever, project. It happens a lot in theater and even on rock records where you've heard voices or guitar solos, and all of a sudden you're all on the same stage. And often complimenting each other and also very fortunate and humbled and blessed to all be in the same room. But aside from that, the actual piece of music that I worked on was extremely difficult. So to be able to perform it again, I was a little in my own head and sort of meeting people, but the whole time thinking, oh my God, I have to perform this. This is going to be very difficult, and I have to be in full concentration mode.
Yeah,
Oh,
definitely. I mutual feelings because I'm always having it. Well, I mean, like when I'm rehearsing and stuff, because I'm a voice actress myself, and I've been studying performing arts for about 3 years now. So I've always got
hmm.
to focus on whether it be theory work or monologues or anything to do with the productions that we're doing. So yeah, I but like I find it hard to concentrate. Like I type a few words and I'm just like, no, I'm out. I'm going. So it's really hard for me to properly sit down and do something. So these interviews, it surprises me that I can actually sit down and do them, but I can't even do a paragraph of theory work for my college. Well,
True.
oh, what I was gonna say was, I have a little something I want to show you.
Okay.
Of course, they've put the whole thing on YouTube.
Oh my God, look at that.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Just trying to.
Did you queue up the performance, my performance?
Um, yeah, they're all like the entire like thing. It's an hour. I think they've got everything on film. So like talking at the beginning, the promotional stuff, and then the
Yeah.
whole cast together. So it says here you did Power Off, Power On, Fire Fire, Treasure, the live rap, and yeah, and then like Rue brings you all on stage and stuff. And yeah, it just
Yeah,
would be
let's
nice to
check
show
it out.
you or something. There's Michelle Burks in the orange trousers,
Oh
who is
yeah.
yeah, who's sadly no longer with us. She passed away a few years ago. There you are. I love how you just break into the laugh. I'm cautious about playing a lot of this clip because I don't know what the copyright is for songs from the game. Like if I'll get
Oh
picked up.
yeah.
So I don't know. I really haven't, looked at it yet. I presume it's Sony or something owns the game. I know that's Masaya Matsuro there, I believe. There's Dread.
So Michelle Burks, is she the original voice?
Yeah, she was the voice of Katie Cat.
Oh, right.
And unfortunately, she actually passed away a few years ago.
What?
Yeah, I'm very sorry.
Do you know why or how?
I haven't really found an official cause of death. I've had people say it was a brain cancer, brain tumor, or something like that. It was 2016 she passed away, so it was fairly recently. Um,
Wow.
I know. I was gutted myself when I found out. Like I was like, I was completely speechless. Like it's just she had so much potential because I've heard her vocals on the Milk Can album, and she was a really good singer. And just I think just something as horrible as a brain tumor would just take someone's life away. It's just really sad. So what was it like to meet her at the launch party? Do you remember meeting her?
Well, I just remember discussing the project and how crazy it was because it was just we couldn't really wrap our heads around the whole concept of it.
Mm-hmm.
And they just basically recorded us in uh, like a vacuum. And when I say vacuum, not literally, but figuratively,
Mm-hmm.
saying, we want you to sing this line, and we need a character for this, and sing it this way. You're going to be mimicking a guitar, you know. And so we basically just followed instructions. And then it wasn't till later till we saw the whole thing and we're like, oh, that's what's going on. That's what they're doing.
Yeah, yeah. In fact, I actually have cosplayed as Parappa before. I'll have to try and find a picture real quick. So yeah, I found the picture of me cosplaying as Parappa. It was a few professional photos that they actually took outside the arena where the convention was actually at. Honestly, it was quite fun to be fair. Well, I can't find the actual promotional pictures at this moment, but
Yeah.
there you go. I still have the beanie. It was this little beanie that I ordered off eBay, and it had the logo obviously on the front. So I do wear it from time to time. I mean, it had the ears were like I put them
Uh,
on with safety pins, so I sometimes wear the beanie when it, you know what I mean, especially now in the cold winter months. It's a lot easier. Oh yes, treasure with everyone gets introduced. Oh, this is the song that they sang when it was when
oh
Lammy
yes.
just before the baby stage. Oh, I was just in formation. It's just oh man. I love it. Like it's really cool because every single interview that I've done is just with for the Parappa franchise. Is just everyone. I sit them down and watch footage. Oh yeah, Rodney Greenblatt's there with a Lammy shirt. All right, bless. So back to the interview. So Everett, so what do you exactly remember from the recording sessions of Jammer Lammy?
I remember there was like a bit of a communication breakdown a little bit between English and Japanese,
Mhm.
um, between the producer and I, but he did the best he could, and so did I. And but the best communication was music. He would just play the music for me, and he showed me the character, and it's a gopher, I think, right? No, it's a
Yeah,
chuck. I
either
think it's called
maybe.
I
Oh,
think it's
chuck.
called a chuck, a
Is it
woodchuck.
a beaver? Apparently, the Wikipedia says he's a beaver. He's a
I
lumberjack.
think, yeah, but I think he's a woodchuck. I think
Yeah,
that's like a
yeah, yeah.
species of
Sorry, I thought you meant the
beaver.
species of animal he was. I was like, oh, what?
Yeah. So that is how they, I think, derived at the name Paul Chuck. And so they showed me an image of him, and I saw the teeth, and I thought, well, what kind of sound would that be if his teeth are like this the whole time? That means he has to rap and speak and sing like that too, and probably has a little laugh. So that's how the character was born. And they were cracking up in the studio when I got to that. And we experimented a little bit. And like the deeper I went with it, the more they loved it. And they were like, more, go further. And so that's where we arrived. And then once I started singing in that voice, and not only singing, but scatting, which is a term that is used for jazz vocalists. I don't know if you know that term or not. So I was using that character sound to make those fast guitar lines, and they just could not believe it because partly because I had a really good ear, and I think he had some of it written out, and I read music. So it was easy for me to just dig in there and make those vocal lines come to life. Uh, so it got really fun. Some of it was really difficult, and I had to fight to get in there, and to the point where we'd have to separate the lines because they were so long. So I'd do like maybe a third of it and then get the next third and then the last third. And then he would just put it together with his equipment. But we got it done. We got it done. And also, I was able to sing along with the lines, so it helped me really like sit on each pitch precisely in the right way. But it was a really fun session, and I think I it was beyond their expectations. That's the feeling I got from them, and the producer, he even expressed that in his broken Japanese, that it was like totally better than they expected. But it was a really fun session, and we had a great time. And we did keep in touch for a while, and then I just like lost track of those guys. So I often wonder where they are. I'm sure they're in Japan killing it with other stuff.
Yeah, I know Masaya Matsuura has produced a few games since Jammer Lammy. I think he did Vib Ribbon and then a few others. I know a few of the voice actors. I'm in touch with a few of the voice actors from Jammer Lammy. I am trying to organize an interview with some of them who are still around. Well, I do apologize. I should have asked before I asked that question. How did you get the role of Paul Chuck? How did you, cross paths with the people behind the game?
I guess they found me through my voice manager. She had a whole roster of singers on the website, and I guess they went to her asking if they she could suggest someone that would do this sort of thing, and she thought of me and sent me in for the job, and it just worked out. She may have more details about how that all went down between them, but that's my perception of it. Yeah.
Which made a good choice. You made the right choice.
She knows how crazy and adventurous I can be with that kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, well, I'm so happy for you because, of course, it turned out to be a successful game. To get it on the original PS1 format is actually really hard nowadays. I think it's on PS4. You can get it on the PS4, but like to get obviously the original copy from 1999. So this is like from when it was first released. I got it off eBay for about $50. Fifty
Oh
dollars.
wow.
Yeah, so they do go for quite a
Is
lot.
it was it on Sony PlayStation? Is that what it is?
Yeah,
Or
yeah. And there's pork chop of that.
oh yeah.
Yeah, so this is like the one that you put in an actual PlayStation 1, and also
Right.
PlayStation 2 as well. Let's get the disc out. And here's the disc.
Amazing.
Yeah, I think the Japanese disc is a lot better because it has all of the characters on it. Like it's just one of the best disc designs I've ever seen. I've got to show you this. Jammer Lammy Japan disc. There we go. Yeah, because it did vary for different regions. So that was the PAL version. Then you had the North American version and the Japanese version. So they did vary. So of course that was the European box art. This is the American box art. And that's the Japanese box art, and that's the
Yeah.
cover. Oh,
I see. Yep,
no,
yep.
yeah, so I just want to redraw all of them, but like on a singular line because it looks like it has
Oh,
a lot of potential for an art. Yeah, so yeah, it's just really cool if you when you just go down the rabbit hole of Jammer Lammy, and I'm not sure if you've heard of the arcade machine. There was an arcade like a Guitar Hero machine that was actually made. No one can
oh,
find out
wow.
any information about it, but it's there. It
Wow,
exists.
look at that. Yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
it's
that's
hardly any
cool.
there's hardly any footage on it on the internet, but it's just become really rare because well it was released about just over 20 years ago, and people have been slowly finding stuff to do with it, but for now all we've
Yeah.
got is a few images. It's made by Namco of Japan. It was only made for the Japanese market, so that's why it's been so rare to come across, and also like with all these exclusive video clips and voice clips made exclusively for the machine, and it's really cool. Yeah, so there is that.
That's
Um,
cool.
yeah, yeah. So, moving on from Lammy, I'd like to bring up your other voice roles. I know you did say to me before we started that you had actually done some other voiceover roles. Now, I'm curious because I didn't know this. What other stuff have you done to do with cartoons, animation, video games?
Um, I played a tree in an animated feature. Oh man, I should have known that you're going to ask me these things, and I don't have all the information because they all happened so long ago. Um, what was that? Um,
I'm having a look on IMDb. Oh, I didn't know you did the music for Sonic Adventure 2. Wow. And Sonic 4. Oh my gosh.
yeah,
So you're a Sonic. Wow. I was going to say, because it reminds me, because Dread Fox actually worked on the first Sonic Adventure. So it's you and him are like both parappa um, actors who have worked on the Sonic franchise, which is really cool.
yes, that's right. Which became like this big sort of club dance hit too. Um,
Yeah.
and also, speaking of club dance hits, you must know "I Love You Baby," right?
I
Do
think
you know
so.
that song
I
by
think so.
the original? I love you, baby. I
I
love you,
love you,
baby.
baby. Oh,
I love
yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's me on that song.
Oh my. It's like you find out a
I'm the
fact and then your
I'm the
whole life
original,
just. Oh
which
my
was like
god.
a huge UK like dance hit, which was released in '95.
Oh my
You look up
gosh.
that, you look up the original. I
Oh my.
love you, baby.
Let me just listen to this. Obviously, I can't play it over
Oh
the
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
can't screen share because of copyright. But let me listen to this. Is this? Oh my. Oh wow! I think I recognize this song. Wow, it's like it kind of like hits a nerve in your head, and you're thinking, I know this, but I don't know where. So you were Yeah, it's a video 1994, vocal Everett Bradley, uploaded 2007. Wow, this was pre-Lammy. Wow, that's so cool.
Yeah,
That's like, wow. So you were a part of the band, or were you a featured singer?
featured singer. Yeah, the
Ah,
producer was what's the producer's name? Oh, uh, oh my
mm,
God, I can't think of it right now. It's probably in the information you just
uh, it's produced. Oh, hang on. It was written and produced by Walter Taib.
Walter Taib. Yeah, and
Yeah,
DJ Peep.
and Giuseppe. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
DJ Peep. He was a famous DJ at Ibiza.
Wow, that's so cool.
Uh,
And
anyway, they hired me to sing and also write the single pop version of the
that's so
track.
cool. Wow. It says number 2 on the UK singles official charts, number 3 on the official UK dance charts. Wow. And like it didn't do so well in well, I would say it didn't do so well. It was about 66 on the US Billboard Hot 100, and then gold certificate in the UK, over 400,000 sales, streaming figures. Well, I mean, streaming figures, I mean, like, did you have streaming back? No, I don't think you did have streaming. You had like vinyls and CDs and Walkmans and everything like that, cassette
Yeah,
tapes.
yeah, yeah. I think it's on a zillion like dance compilations. I think that's part of it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Walter's done a video on YouTube explaining about the story of it. After I send you it through your manager who I
Oh,
spoke to over email. Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
he's done like a little explaining video. I have to give that a watch later, you know. Yeah. That is really cool though. That's a fact that I did not know about. So thank you, because usually sometimes I educate my guests on stuff that they don't remember doing. It's very rare that guests educate me on stuff that they've done. So there's that. So thank you, Everett. That was really cool. And I'm probably gonna listen to that song over and over again tonight. That's gonna be stuck in my head. Wow. At the top it says about 3 minutes, so in about two
Yeah, I
minutes
should.
after.
Oh, right.
Oh,
Yeah, and I'll try to dig up those the other animated things that I've done and maybe have them sent to you through my manager.
yeah, do part 2 in the future, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe you can even see a clip or something on YouTube or something.
yeah, that'd
Oh,
be really cool.
yeah.
Really cool indeed. Everett, I'd like to talk to you now about your band work. Of course, you're a touring member for Bon Jovi. So how did that come about? I'm very curious.
Actually, when John Bon Jovi he did his first solo album
Hmm.
away from the band, it was called Destination Anywhere, and it was in 1997, and he was putting together a separate band, and he hired the drummer, who is Sean Pelton, that's his name, and he's the drummer on Saturday Night Live.
Hmm.
Well, Sean and I went to college together, and he was asking Sean, I do you know any percussionists? Because I would like live percussion played in my touring band. Because the record was produced by Dave Stewart from the Eurythmics. I don't know, that might be
Yeah.
too old for you.
Oh no, I know. Sweet dreams are made
Anyway,
of this. Hmm.
yeah, exactly. So, and he had a lot of like percussion loops on it, and he wanted them played live. So Sean said, "Yes, I know the perfect person," and it was me. And he said, not only does he play percussion, but he is a singer as well. So that was 1997, and that's when I started my relationship with him, and we've been friends ever since. And when his band was reconfigured in 2016, he called me and asked me to join the band, and I've been in the band ever since.
So cool.
Um,
Wow.
yeah, it's great job, great gig, great music. He is a great lead band leader and great friend, actually. And yeah, it's been really sweet.
Well, that's wonderful to hear. Wow. Just going back to the beginning of the interview, I said that you're from New York. I've just looked it up. You're from South Carolina. Is that true?
Yeah, I was born in South Carolina, but we moved to the state of Indiana when I was 5 years old. So I really grew up in Indiana, and that's where I went to college as well. And then after college and a couple of years, I moved to New York.
I see.
Yeah.
Wow, that's really cool. Well, I've got to bring up Sonic Adventure 2. You've done a few songs from the game. You've sung the songs Throw It All Away, Rhythm and Balance, The Supernatural, For True Story, and Supporting Me, and they were all for Shadow the Hedgehog.
Yep.
Wow. So what was it like to work on that game? Did you meet any voice actors from the game, or did you just record on solo?
Just record. Yeah. Um, yeah, they presented the songs to me and I loved them and we made it happen. And it was also one of those situations where the track wasn't quite completed. It was just in fragments and they had ideas for this and that. And then I would just record a lot of stuff, not knowing what was going to land there. And then it's them, the producers, who sort that all out and came up with the final version of it.
I see. Wow.
Unlike Un Jammer Lammy, where it was very specific, like the
Yeah.
story was already there. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Do you ever get contacted by fans of Jammer Lammy about Paul Chuck, or is it not really a regular occurrence?
Every once in a while, I get some fan mail through Facebook or something like that, and they're like, "Are you the voice of Paul Chuck?" And then I try to respond. I don't check Facebook as often as I should, but I do try to respond to all of it because I'm very grateful for all the fans who are paying attention.
Oh, that's really sweet of you to say. And Paul Chuck's here. And there is a game I
Ah,
know. I'm trying to there is I swear there's like a sort of credit thing where it tells you all about here we go. Here we go. Yeah, a lot of them a lot of the names in the credits were actually misspelt. So not this wasn't just in this game, this was like in the first game, the second proper game. You're spelled with Everett, but you've got an extra E on the end.
yeah. That happens a lot.
So obviously people have been so people search it up and then obviously they can't find out information and then it's all thing wrong, so people can't find the voice actors. So
Ah,
it really
yeah, right. Yes,
really did require a lot of tracking down, if I'm totally being honest, because I know I interviewed someone or two people from the second Parappa game, and their names were actually misspelt in the
ah,
credits. Yeah, like a letter completely different, and like people obviously hadn't been able to find them for years, and it took me months of digging and stuff to actually find them, which was actually quite funny, to be fair.
yeah, yeah.
Wow.
One letter can throw you
Yeah,
off your path.
yeah, 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 definitely. So one final question, Everett. I know this is going to sound really random, but I always ask everyone this because, well, I'm a silly person. What's your favorite color?
My favorite color? I have different favorite colors for different reasons, but if I was cornered, I would say orange.
Orange, that's a good choice. Everyone goes for red, green, and blue. So I love when people, so someone picks a color that's not one of those three.
I don't know. Orange is just vibrant and spiritual, and I love oranges to eat. And I have a couch in storage that's orange that I'm excited to get back out. Yeah, it's just like it.
Wow, that's a really good answer though. I'm personally a yellow. I'm a fan of yellow. That's always been my
Yes,
favorite color. I don't know why. I guess it's just like it's really bright and it just reminds me of just constantly being happy, I suppose.
happy, and it's the color of the sun, I think.
Yeah, yeah. The paper things come out of the packet thing. I have to fix that a bit.
Question: what microphone are you using?
This is a Tonor triple TC 777.
Okay, it
Mhm.
sounds good on you.
Was it? Oh wow, wow! I've made a good purchase then because I got this for Christmas a few years ago, so I needed this
Ah,
because my proper desktop microphone just sounded really watered down, so I just decided to just cash in and get a microphone.
I should have put my mic up for this. I didn't think of that. So I hope I'm
Okay,
sounding
yeah,
right.
you've sounded really well. You've got a really good audio quality. Everett, thank you so much for talking to me. It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
My pleasure. It was an honor to speak to you.
Oh, thank you. Where can we find you on the internet? Were you on Facebook, Twitter? Do you have a website? Is there anything you want to promote?
Yeah, Christmas is coming up, and I have a holiday show that I do every year called Holidelic, and it's playing in New York City at a club called Joe's Pub, November 28, 29, 30, and December 1st.
Wow, that's I wish I could come. I don't have a passport though, but I would definitely come if I had the chance.
Yes, it's an all original funk Christmas show.
Wow, well, I hope everything goes well with that. What's your social media handles? Do you have Twitter? Do you have Facebook? What's your website? Anything like that.
On Instagram, I think it's just my name. And I'm on Facebook as well and Twitter as well. If you can just put in my name and it should come up, my image should come up, which
Yeah.
would be helpful. Yeah, so I can be found there and you can write to me to any of those places and I'll do my best to respond.
Wonderful. Wow. And with that, the interview ends here. So, to you at home, thank you so much for watching this interview with the lovely Everett Bradley, aka Paul Chuck himself. Don't forget to check out his new show in New York and also follow him on social media. And also, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, do all the usual things that you do to a YouTube video. And with that, I'll sign off here and Everett will sign off as well. So thank you for watching. Stay safe, stay happy. Best wishes, and we'll see you soon.
Ever!
Bye. There we go.